Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming. I am the majestic Snare and this is my disembodied voice about to get fucking real and do a review on my own without Lee backing me up. So wish me luck. Yeah. So today I want to review Just Cause 4, and the reason I'm doing this mano a mano type solo situation, I don't think it's mano a mano. I think I just tried to speak Spanish or something. I don't speak Spanish. Anyway, moving past that, nothing to see here, is the fact that Lee doesn't want to buy this game. He's not a fan of the Just Cause franchise. We did review Just Cause 3 on the channel, but that was probably under a bit of a bit of duress. But fundamentally, he doesn't like this game, so I didn't feel the need to put him through it. And we have instead put our time into reviewing a different game, which will be coming out probably this weekend, if I can get the edit done. So basically, Just Cause 4. It's exceptionally similar to Just Cause 3. Now, if you're not familiar with the franchise, you play as a character called Rico Rodriguez, who is a kind of Latino demolition Bond type character, sort of freelance special agent. You have a grappling hook. You can parachute at any fucking time you like with a kind of retractable parachute. And in Just Cause 3, they introduced the wingsuit for a bit more lateral movement around the area. So, as a game goes, Just Cause 3 was a fantastic, fun, well put together game. I had a lot of fun, not only doing the main missions but also exploring the environment, and just the physics in the game was fantastic. Unfortunately, coming to Just Cause 4, it feels like they've gone backwards. Even the visuals, they just don't look good. They look really dated. They feel, I mean, day one the performance was chuggy as fuck, and I didn't really enjoy playing it. It was a struggle to actually get through it. I've since completed the actual game because I do enjoy the gameplay, but I have to say it feels a much more inferior game than Just Cause 3. Why? Well, aside from the graphics, it just feels a bit hashed together. The only real difference to Just Cause 3, apart from the graphical downgrades, and I know that phrase gets used a lot, but it's true in this case, that we've actually got, the only difference is this kind of new modular attachment thing you can now do with your grappling hook, which seems to have a maximum of 10, but you can adjust and unlock mods to have a lifter balloon, a retractable kind of line, and a booster. And you can have 3 loadouts, and I actually really like that mechanic. It's a great idea. It's just not enough to make me want to think that this game is better than the previous one. I mean, just simple things like looking at the water graphics of the quality of the kind of environments that you had in Just Cause 3. I just think Just Cause 4 has done away with all that. I don't understand why. There's no reason. It's just, as far as I'm aware, it's the same company, and they've got the same franchise. It's not like it's completely new, but they just haven't gone to town on how it looks. How it actually plays, very, very similar. Most of the time it's now bespoke missions per the areas you have to unlock for the kind of enemy encampments and whatnot. Rather than just going in, cause chaos and just destroy everything, it's much more working towards a couple of goals which then come together and culminate in the climax of the game, which has got some really good set pieces. Again, good, but not enough for me. The mechanic of the actual game world map is that you start off in an area and you keep on expanding out with your troops to have a front line. I would imagine to reduce the threat levels or the amount of enemies you come into contact in those areas, which is fantastic, but I didn't really see the benefit of it. There's still lots of things to do in the world, such as a couple of side kind of NPCs that you get missions from. One's a film director, wants you to do stunts. Another one is to look up relics and kind of go sort of tomb raiding, and your sergeant, if you like, that's going to take you into training troops up to give you more kind of points. And each one of these NPCs gives you then points to add to your mods, and you can adjust how they act. So it's incredibly detailed in that respect. It's like they've put all the effort there, but not in the actual game world and the place you're going to be spending most of your time. So it's a tough one for me, because I really enjoyed Just Cause 2 back in the day. I really enjoyed Just Cause 3. I don't know if I can say the same for Just Cause 4. I think for the price it feels a bit much. I mean, you're still going to get, I'd say, about 20 hours out of it, And for a big open world game like it is, to go from start to finish of the story mission, you're talking about anywhere between 15 and 20 hours. It's not a lot, really. I mean, games often have busy work, but this game doesn't really do that. So I can't really say that. I think the main game, it's trying to make you have an experience, but then also this game is well known as a franchise for producing some crazy videos of people doing crazy stuff, like landing cars in planes and taking off and then jumping out the car and putting parachutes in the car, you know, crazy stuff. But I don't really think that's worth the price. And this is a full price AAA type game, yet it doesn't feel like it. The facial lighting and stuff on character models, it's fucking awful. I don't even think it's to do with settings. I really do think it's just not done very well. I keep coming back to graphics, and that's not what games are all about. So, would you have fun with this game? Look, if you enjoyed Just Cause 3 a lot, I think you'll be disappointed with Just Cause 4. If you played Just Cause 3 and you're like, yeah, it's alright, it's quite nice, it's, you know, pick up and play, you'll probably enjoy Just Cause 4. The comparison is there, and it's definitely the same game, but I do feel that the physics around the parachute and the wingsuit just feel a little bit off. I think that the gunplay, I'm always running out of ammunition, and I never really did that in Just Cause 3. I always seem to have enough, and I could set out a load of equipment to get dropped from my I think it was Sheldon in Just Cause 3, one of the other NPCs that assist you. Now he's just a story mechanic, but you could drop down equipment, and you could always drop that anywhere you like, pick up your RPGs and your machine guns and grenades and stuff, and off you go. And that's the thing, you don't have grenades in this game. Where have they gone? Grenades do exist, you know. Why haven't you not got grenades? I know that we have the kind of equivalent in the lifter balloons, which you can make explode, or shoot them and explode, and you can use that for destruction when you don't have any ammunition, but they're infinite. It doesn't make any sense. So I do feel myself kind of wanting a lot more out of Just Cause 4, and it doesn't deliver. I've had many times where animations cause you to then be killed very quickly, and some of the enemy types are, it's kind of turrets basically. There's a lot to do when you're taking down a turret. Taking off panels, shooting a bit and destroying it, doing it on the other side, and the thing can just wipe you out in a single shot, it feels like sometimes. And I'm not playing on a hard level, and I'm not terrible at these games, I do like them, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe a few more patches and, you know, kind of updates to damage, stuff like that could happen. But I think on the whole, in terms of gameplay, it's a bit lacking. It's much the same, but it's just not done as well. We've seen it better done in the previous game, so just be careful of that. Be wary of it before you go ahead and spend any money. Now, on to the craziness that you can have in this game. I know from a number of videos I've seen out there, there is a number of Easter eggs in random places on the map. Now, Just Cause is a game franchise known for its huge maps, and the problem with huge maps is they're quite vapid quite often and not have enough stuff in them. Just Cause doesn't have that problem because you can navigate and traverse the environment very easily, even if you don't have a vehicle. If you're in the middle of nowhere, you can start yourself moving along quite quickly with a grapple, parachute, wingsuit combo, and it's absolutely functional. It works fine. The problem that I have is that there's just the world itself doesn't feel alive like it did in the third game. It's very much, it feels like a battleground rather than a place to defend or have meaning to save these people from this dictator or this prick that's, you know, just ruining the world, or is going to be a threat to the world community with massive weapons of mass destruction and whatnot. They always do. They always have that. But I didn't feel a connection to anyone really, apart from a couple of characters that I came into contact with that were a bit crazy, and I thought, yeah, it's kind of funny, it's kind of nice quick lines, but I didn't feel Rico had his time to shine in this game. He's a lovable character, but he just felt a bit moany in this one. He didn't really want to do much, and it grated on me slightly. So I think in all terms, this game isn't bad. By no stretch of the imagination is it bad. It's just that if you've played Just Cause 3, I think you'd be putting this down and going back to it. because I really have trouble with the level of polish, I think is the best word to use. The polish on this game is out of date and it needs to have a new bottle. It really does need a bit of tender loving care. If they do a Just Cause 5, they need to really think hard about how to wow us again and bring out, even if they did a 3.5, used exactly the same engine but changed the environments, it would have been a better game style-wise and how it looks than it is today. The mechanics and the physics, it's kind of there, but it's not. I mean, there's certain things I have enjoyed about this game, about the new mechanics and the new equipment, but it just feels like it's not enough. So, let me know what you think down in the comments about Just Cause 4. That's my whistle-stop review, really, of Just Cause 4. Now, if you're going to buy this game on Steam or on your consoles for Christmas, just be careful and be very aware if you're buying it for somebody who's played previous Just Cause games. They might go, oh thanks, I've heard it's crap, but just be careful, okay? But let me know down in the comments what you think, and am I just going too much on the graphics? Am I spoilt for choice these days? Is my opinion completely fucking wrong? Let me know down there. But I'll leave you with that thought. And don't forget, we have videos out every Wednesday and Saturday. I hope that another review will be coming out Saturday that we filmed recently for Darksiders 3. But get excited for that. If it's not out, then I'll just eat my words next time I see you. But yeah, Wednesdays and Saturdays for new videos. And don't forget to like and subscribe because it makes me happy. That's it, really. And it's Christmas, so share the video with your nan. Anyway, she'll be fine with me swearing. I've spoken to her already. It's cool. Don't worry about it. So guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll be back with you in a couple of weeks' time for solo videos. It'll be Lee with you next week, and on Saturday, hopefully, is our review of Darksiders 3, so look forward to that. Guys, thank you for sticking by me. Thank you for listening of my ranting for Just Cause 4. I wish it was better. Marks out of 10? Probably a 6. Nice and easy. Guys, take care of yourselves. See you again soon. Okay, love you. Bye-bye.